Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So today what we are going to do is that I am going to confront my ex Dill Pickle Squad. Okay, so I have to do a few little disclaimers before I start this video because I sort of have to. So everything that I am about to say, I've contacted every single person and of the Dill Pickle group. Some of them didn't want to be mentioned whatsoever. Some people didn't care. Some people wanted their face blurred or something blurred. Some people didn't want their names mentioned, etc., etc., etc. So I did talk to them. And basically what I'm about to tell you guys, I'm telling you there's always two sides to every story. So always try to listen to both, but I'm going to be telling my side of the story because I was in this situation. So I find it more appropriate for me to tell because it's my story to tell. As well, no one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and I acknowledge that. I make mistakes, they make mistakes, everyone does. So I'm not saying that they're horrible people. If you got that from the last video, I'm not saying that, but they didn't treat me the best, and that is the plain truth. Again, everyone makes mistakes, and that's fine. We were all kids back then. Kids make mistakes, and we grow up from it. So I just wanted to make that disclaimer. Here we go. Okay, to start off. Okay, so in my last video that I've done, which was the video of my very first story time of my high school journey, there was a specific comment written in my videos saying from this subscriber, OMG, just had a thought. You should confront the Dill Pickle Squad in your next video. Which is why I'm doing this video. Okay, so I've asked every single person in the group if it was okay if I could ask them questions. And if they say yes, awesome. If they say no, that's fine. So basically everyone did answer to the questions. So that was actually pretty interesting and I was pretty happy. So I had a few different questions. A few of the questions do differ by the persons. So this first person, these are the 4 questions that I've asked. Number 1, can I use your name in the video or a altered name? Question 2, why did you expose my deepest secret to everyone? So this is the person that told my secret to all of the other people in the group, and then everyone, or most of the people, thought I was lying from what my perspective, because everyone didn't come to me to ask me about how I was feeling and everything like that. Number 3, did you believe me or did you think I was lying about my secret? Number 4, do you now think I was lying or do you think I'm telling the truth, like to this very day? Just to ask these simple questions. And then they answered. So this person did not let me use their name. So that is question number 1. Number 2, why did you expose me? So this person said I was in the wrong for this, obviously. I shouldn't have, though I got no excuse. I wasn't the best of friends for some parts, not just to you. I did what I had to fit in. I wasn't myself. I didn't know who I was at the time. I think when I really understood myself, I became a better person. And at that time, I didn't see the consequences of telling it because I didn't think it was real. I was naive as a kid up till ninth grade. So that was her answer, and I actually do understand completely. This person had a lot of changes. I might go into that a little bit later. I just want to see what I can say, so I'm not going to say it right now. But I do respect this person so very much, and like I said, kids were kids, and we tell each other secret, and that's what kids do. Is it right? Obviously not, but like, again, we're young, naive, and I completely understand. Number 3. So this was if they believed me at that point in time. So for the most part, I thought you were lying. Some things seemed off about what you told me and didn't make sense legally. I felt like it might have been partially true, but not all of it. I get what they were trying to say, but everything that I did say was obviously true for what that secret was. For number 4, so like if they believe me at this present day, I can't say if I think it's real or not. We haven't talked in years, and we basically don't know each other anymore. We don't, we both changed a lot as well. I don't remember everything. It was a while ago, and I moved on. As I hope you did too. I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that everything you said is true, but I don't believe, to be honest. I do think it's mostly true, but again, some things sounded completely wrong in terms of the law. Either way, if it's true, I do feel bad because it's not something anyone should go through. But then we actually kept on talking for a little while, just talking about a lot of things, and this conversation was actually a pretty good one comparing to a few others that we're gonna go through. This was actually a pretty good conversation. Okay, and basically, when I finished my conversation, I did ask something that was personal towards them. So, like I said, I had a friend of 6 girls, and all those girls were everyone that I've contacted, but one of those girls became a man, became a guy. So this is what they were talking about, how they were not who they were. They were trying to get like who they truly are. So I do respect, because I do see how he was very confused at the time. Okay, and for the second person, I've asked so the first question that I've asked this person was, can I use your name? Second one was, did you believe me or not at the time? Fourth one is, do you believe me now, or do you still think I'm lying? So, first thing is, she is allowing me to use her name. So her name is Mel. So question number 2, she said that at first she didn't believe me because she thought that I was just seeking for attention. So that's what like a lot of young girls did when they were very young, and that's what Mel thought I was doing. She thought that I was seeking for attention, just wanting attention, when everything was very, very real. Number 3, after a while, she started to believe me more because she could see that I wasn't kidding anymore and that it was real. I also moved for a reason, and she could see that I wasn't well. Number 4, she thinks it's true because how can I lie about something like that? She was a girl that a week before said basically the exact same thing as myself, but I thought I can't say for a fact that she was, but I thought that she was lying because I was living through it and I didn't believe that what she was saying was true. So I did ask Mel if she made out the stories about what happened to her. And she responded. And this is what she responded. So she did go through something, but it wasn't as bad as what she made it to be. So she made it sound a lot worse of what it was, which I was sort of in the right because I knew that she was lying, but I thought she was lying completely while she was just lying to a certain extent. And after she realized that she might have exaggerated a bit in what she was telling the others. So, next person is a very, very sweet girl. So, to be very honest, this girl. Okay, so this girl is very, very sweet. I think she actually lets me say her name. So her name is Megan, and she is actually a sweet girl. So she's always there, but she doesn't do anything bad. So there was never anything bad with her. She was just there. She was obviously like more closer to the other girls than me because they've known the other girls a little bit longer. So, and that makes complete sense. So obviously she would always stay quiet when it comes to these kinds of situations. So she's actually the one that messaged me first. And I found that actually really sweet what she messaged me. So she's a very sweet angel. She said, "Hey, I saw your video. Hopefully your time in 9th grade wasn't too bad. I was and still am very ignorant to the situation. I wish I could have done something back then, but I followed the group blindly." And then she said, "I honestly wish happiness for you." So this girl, no beef, Megan is the best. She is very, very quiet. I don't know if she still is like that or not, but back then she was, and I really don't have anything bad to say. So we went through him, we went through Mel, we went through Megan. And then now we are going to this other girl, which I cannot say the name and I can't say any details, but I will summarize what our conversation was. So at first it was very calm, very easygoing, but then it turned very bad very fast. So like the conversation didn't really go anywhere for a little bit. It was just like saying how like doesn't want to be on the channel or anything like that. And I do understand that, and they have their... I did ask them, so I'm not forcing them, obviously. So I did ask them if they wanted to comment or not. But she did answer the questions. So basically with this person, it was a lot of back and forth, and I'm not gonna say what she answered with the questions, but what I'm gonna say is what I remember, what I recall from my experience. Again, two sides to the story, but this is a girl that I found was pretty close to me, as well as like friendship wise. And when everything went south with everyone, I do find that she was the one that stuck out the most with me to try to help me. But then we just both drifted apart. And that's basically all I'm gonna say on this person. So I'm just gonna move on to the next. So the next, I can't lie, I won't lie. This was my best friend. Okay, so my best friend also didn't want me to mention her in the video at all. And she didn't want me to use her name, so I am not gonna use her name. But at the same time, she was my best friend, so I'm gonna tell you guys my part of the story, and her part of the story is for her to tell if she wants to tell. So with her, she thought that I was like putting everyone down, but it's not even that what I was doing in the video. I just wanted to just tell everyone what was going on with my high school journey. My high school journey wasn't the best time of my life at all. So am I trying to put people down? No, I'm just telling my experience, my point of view, how I was feeling, and how I felt people were portraying me and how they were dealing with stuff that was going on in my life, or how people were engaging with me and things like that. So it's definitely not to put any people down, and this video is also not to put any people down. It's my point of view. So my biggest question that I had with her is like, why didn't you not want to be my friend? Because I've been thinking for all these years that she didn't want to be my friend just because we were too close, quote unquote. That's what I thought. We were always together. She wanted to figure how like her life would be if it wasn't always her and I. She wanted to figure out life how it would be like just her. So that's the reason why she wanted to distance herself a bit. So basically that, and then there's this last girl that was in this group, and basically she didn't want me to mention her name, but that conversation was actually pretty good. It was basically just asking same for questions as I've asked Mel, and she basically didn't know what was true, what wasn't true. She didn't know if she believed me or not. She wasn't sure, but that's basically all I have for her, and that's my this is me confronting the Dill Pickle squad, I guess. So it's not as an exciting video as you guys might think, but for me, I did learn a lot of things, and how people got so sensitive about a subject so fast. I was very shocked by a lot of the response and a lot of the comments that I've read that I cannot explain for their personal sake and their personal space that I am giving them. So again, to end this video, I want to say thank you, and this is me confronting the Dill Pickle squad. Always remember that not everyone is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. They make mistakes. Everyone in the world makes mistakes. This is my point of view. This is my story. This is what I've been through. This is the messages, quote unquote, what I've read. So all I have to say is thank you for watching. Bye.